Hey guys, first I'd like to say that I am open to any rebuttals or counterclaims, but do not repeat what has already been refuted in this explanation. For today's video, I decided to use the logical fallacy to present an argument against the problem of suffering, and then rebuttaling that logical fallacy. The first logical fallacy is the strawman fallacy. One could use the strawman fallacy to rebut the problem of suffering by saying, atheists who argue from suffering think life should be perfect, free of all pain, and that if God exists, he should be like a genie granting constant comfort. But this is an unrealistic expectation of divinity. Suffering exists because humans reject God and want a world tailored entirely to their pleasures. My response to this is that it commits the strawman fallacy because it oversimplifies and distorts the actual problem of suffering. The problem of suffering is not about demanding comfort or perfection, but about reconciling the existence of seemingly unnecessary, often extreme, suffering with the specific attributes assigned to the Christian God: omnipotence, omnibenevolence, and omniscience. By turning the argument into humans just want life pain-free, the rebuttal avoids a serious logical statement about divine attributes. A fair engagement would need to address how or why an all-good, all-powerful deity permits apparently gratuitous suffering without reducing the original claim to a childish wish for ease. The second logical fallacy is the false cause fallacy. One could use the false cause fallacy to rebut the problem of suffering by saying suffering exists because without it, people would never turn to God. Wars, diseases, and disasters ultimately bring souls to faith and salvation. Therefore, suffering proves God is real and actively guiding people toward him. My response to this is that it commits the false cause fallacy because it assumes a direct causal link between suffering and leading people toward salvation without sufficient justification. While some individuals may claim personal suffering deepen their faith, there is no logical necessity that all suffering fulfills this role, nor does it explain innocent suffering, such as children who die young without ever turning to God. Attributing the existence of all suffering as evidence of divine purpose employs a casual narrative that cannot be universally demonstrated. It confuses correlation, sometimes people grow spiritually through hardship, with causation. Suffering exists for the sake of growth or salvation. A stronger rebuttal would require independent reasons to believe that every single instance of suffering necessarily serves God's redemptive plan, which the argument does not establish. Again, I am open to any rebuttals or counterclaims, but do not repeat what has already been refuted in this explanation. Thank you, and have a good day.